Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. As you might be able to tell, I'm filming at night and I seem to have a very yellowy sort of overhead lighting. So whatever. I'm venturing back to this Vision A8 AMD Pavilion G6. This is something I featured earlier. Get my stuff out of the way here. I featured this earlier as I was refurbishing it. It's a great, it's like in great shape. Let's get rid of the, I don't know. There you go. It's in great shape. This laptop, it's from 2012-ish, I think. It's got an AMD, it's got like two different options for the graphics. It's got the built-in AMD A8 APU, which has a graphical chip built into the sort of the CPU. Let's just take a look quickly at the device manager to make sure we got all the drivers. So I think we do. Yep. Okay. So one of the things you'll find with AMD is they have an actual 4-core, and this is what I'm talking about here. I have the drivers for these two different graphics options. I guess one built in with the CPU or AP. What do they call it? APU? ALP. I don't know what the hell they're calling it. It's all marketing, really. Let's be honest. Yeah. So they have sort of a graphics chip built in with the CPU or the processing unit on the same die, I guess. And then they got another one in the actual motherboard. So I'm interested to see how this thing runs with those two. I think I have everything set up as far as the driver is concerned. It's got 8 gigabytes of RAM, so that's kind of a sweet spot for a Windows 8 system. Let's switch over here. Let's dig in here. Okay, so here's your graphics, or no, sorry, your processor, your AMD A8 processor. Yeah, there you go. If that makes any sense. 4 cores, 4 threads. So it's an actual quad core system. And there you go. There's your CPU, sorry, your BIOS and your motherboard for anybody who cares. You've got your 8 gigabytes of DDR3 running in the 800 range. And the type of chips we're using here is from 2012, and they're in dual channel mode, and they're running at the highest rate. There's one chip, 4 gigabytes. Let's go to the second one here. Yep, so we're good. I think we've gone through this already, but why not go through it again? And there you go. There's your interesting GPU info. I've always wondered, like, how does this compare? So I always think it's interesting to take a look at how does this compare to, say, let's go down here, a A10, because that's probably the closest CPU or whatever you want to call it, processor that's similar to this one. It's a step up. So let's just sort of look at that. And As a reference for the CPU, it is, let's run it. Let's run a benchmark on this thing. Okay, it's going to run a benchmark. And as it processes out, okay. So this processor, if it ever completes, there we go. This processor runs at 63% of an AMD A10. So that's running quite significantly higher in terms of a gigahertz rate. So this processor is not running that bad for 67%, or sorry, 63% of an A10. Yeah, not bad. Let's take a look at reference to, sorry guys, I'm just gonna try and get this better. Here we go. Yeah, so as a reference, yeah, 60% of in the multiprocessor, in the multi-thread area. So, it's okay. It's okay. All right, so there you go. There's your graphics for anybody who cares. And it's got like 512 megabytes of, video memory. Okay, so let's get out of the way. Let's kind of look at the hard drive. It's a 750 gigabyte hard drive. Let's see how much mileage it has on it. Come on, I gotta try and reach my, there we go. There we are. Okay. 148 days and 20 hours. So not even like, what is that? Not even a half a year. Love these old hard drives on systems that hardly have any mileage. Kind of just broken in really. And there you go. Our temperatures are very good for an AMD system. In the 30s, that's unheard of. Nice. Okay. Got the old optical still working there. This is an HP system, so I find HP does pretty good with longevity. I have a lot of HP systems. And other than their shininess, they actually hold up pretty well. So let's see what the Windows 8 does for us for our Nova Bench. So let's run Nova Bench. I love Nova Bench because it sort of gives us a baseline across a lot of different systems, from Windows XP all the way to Windows 10. So let's give this thing a chance to do its thing. And hey, since we have a second, thanks for tuning in again on another thrift store refurb to see how we're doing with this refurb. Okay, let's take a look at the graphics. Oh yeah, I'm liking those numbers. Look at those FPS. All right, so I think this thing is going to do all right because of those dual graphicals. Okay, so this thing came out at 584. RAM's good. CPU's okay for sure. It's doing all right. But look at those graphicals. 425 frames per second at 139. That is astounding, frankly, an astounding score for this level of a processor, which is an A8, not an A10, but an A8. So certainly not the highest end AMD processor, but man, they put some effort into getting those graphics up. So this thing might do okay with gaming certainly from the 2012 era. And yeah, hardware score is decent too. Transfer rates are pretty good. So yeah, this is like, I think this actually stands ahead of, I have something similar to this as far as a HP similar system, but it's running Intel hardware, and yeah, this thing definitely does better in the graphics department. So yeah, there you go, guys. That's going to be my video for this one. It's all about testing the AMD approach to computing in 2012 versus the Intel version of things. And actually this thing is even running at a reasonable temperature, so that's kind of nice to find. So there you go, guys. That's going to be it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you're having a great Sunday morning, and we'll see you in the next one.